2. Welcome back to Georgian Bay Arts, a show where you get to know the artist behind the art. Now I'm sitting here with a crew of individuals that taped something earlier on today. The Newlands, correct? Noolands?
Yes.
Okay. The Newlands. Okay, that's that's a unique name. How did you arrive upon the Newlands as a name?
It was a funny story. My grandparents' last name is the Newlands.
Okay.
It's spelled Newlands, so
Okay.
people always say New Land.
Right.
And I just wanted to name it after their family just because there's not a lot of Newlands left.
Right.
So the whole vibe of the band is it's sort of a family collaborative type thing, so I threw that name on it but did N-O-O, so people would say Newlands. Newlands.
And how'd you guys get together now? So what's the story?
Oh, well, basically, it goes way back to the beginning of the summer. A good friend of ours, Julian Amarante, he's teaching off now in Saskatoon, but basically he just started playing some music with us, and we haven't really played music together for a while, and we would just go out to the Spalding School of Music and go in there and just jam out. And we were trying to play some covers, and we just started playing music together again.
That's awesome. So, okay, left to right, go ahead.
I'm Megan Adamson-Pohl.
Hi, Megan.
How are you?
Good.
Damian.
Hi, good to see you.
I play the saxophone
Yes, okay.
in the Newlands.
I never would have guessed.
I know.
But they don't know that yet because they haven't seen the video.
Oh, sorry.
I know.
I ruined the surprise.
I'm Batman.
You're Batman.
Oh.
No, I'm Brandon.
Yes.
And I sing and play some different stuff for the Newlands.
Yes.
And basically, I've just, James and I and Aaron have been playing music for a little bit.
Yes.
And basically, it just feels good to be back in that groove playing music with my friends again a lot. So.
Okay. Let's sample what you recorded earlier on today. But before we get doing so, is this the band or do you have other parts that you switch in? What's the...
The whole idea is kind of it's a collaborative sense, like getting people together to write with us and pulling them out of their element. Like, I mean, right now I kind of play guitar a lot, but I do play other instruments. So does Brandon, so does Aaron, and so does Megan. And my twin brother Jonathan's also in the band.
Okay.
And all it is to bring in more people. I've got a bunch of musicians who are interested in coming and jamming with us and really interested in laying down some tracks in the studio with us.
I think the idea is that everybody's in the Newlands.
Yeah.
At some point.
Everybody is
in the Newlands.
You're
in the Newlands.
The invite's open.
Yeah.
So the take that we took was a very acoustic take. We had some hand drums, the acoustic guitar and sax, but you also do... And
Can you get that?
that is...
That happened.
That is brilliant.
Don't got a lot of cash money, but I don't pay rent. Trickling out the spout, down the drain I went. Don't wanna be fast awake, I wanna be fast asleep all day. Don't want a fancy car, I like my shoes because they're cheap. Everybody's punching in, they're punching out. What's the deal with living free? They're missing out. I stay trapped away in a never-ending haze. That's why I never thought I'd be talking to you now. if I'm happy sometimes, I'll write it on the
Absolutely awesome.
It's the first time we've seen it. So.
I love the drums with like a little bit of used tape roll. What's the story behind that?
All right, yeah. Last minute, just before we came over, we got a drive from Megan. Last minute change. It was the little shaker and the tape on it, and finished the roll, just taping it up in the back room, and it's like, hey, maybe I can use that for a little snare, you know?
Exactly.
That is so the Newlands.
We're resourceful.
It's very new.
We're resourceful in the Newlands.
So you just finished an epic recording session doing that song.
Yeah.
Can you tell, how did that work out? Tell us how that went.
I think it went pretty good.
It was a long night that was extremely fun.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
How's it a long night and how's it extremely fun?
Well, we started at about 8 o'clock at night in the studio.
You
and
started at 8 at night. That sounds like a really wise idea. Yes.
Yeah, we started at 8 at night, and we didn't get out of this. We didn't get out of the studio until about 4 in the morning.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Out. Just, did we do a good take? Like, we gotta get this done.
Why that late? How can you play good at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Well, this is the thing, is that like we did the whole thing live off the floor.
Yep.
So basically, it was really just the majority of it was 3 hours of setting everything up, because we had to set up and get the mix right for the whole room, because you're going to hear a bit of that bass guitar and the bass mic on the drum, and then so we really had to figure out everything, and then we learned the song pretty much together in like a week or less.
Wow.
So we sort of really wanted to capture some cool stuff in the studio. I think we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
The raw sound, really, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that Newlands sound.
What is the creative process like? So it sounds like you got a couple tags you threw together. How the words come out? What was the build like?
Well,
on this song, I was the last member to come in.
I was like, Aaron, help us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I got to get like everyone's parts before I even learned my own, right?
Right.
But you guys had it down pat. You had the song
well,
written
that's
yourself.
The thing is, like, James and I were sitting in the studio one day, and I start just playing this thing on the drums, and then John just started writing that E note. It's like do 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 do.
John's the bass player.
Yeah, John's our bass player.
Unfortunately, he couldn't.
Or he's
be
not
here.
a guy who just sits there and goes do 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 do.
No, he had a microphone on his mouth, and he goes
Do do.
He's our lead air bassist. But no, and then James just started doing the do 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 do, and it just sort of came together all of a sudden, and I was like, that's a song. And I had these lyrics I had already written that fit with it.
Okay.
And it was just sort of about it's just that point in your life where you're just like, I'm lazy and I'm okay with that for a bit. You know? Everyone gets to that point when they're young and they're like, I'm cool with being lazy for a bit, you know? And sometimes you're just sitting on a, drooling on a shirt you wore in high school, you know?
Some of us are.
Some of us.
Oh, no.
I might have a handkerchief just to be like,
Yeah.
That bib you had in high school.
I had a bib in high school. I don't know. No.
So the sax came
Yeah.
in somewhere in the mix. How did
Yeah,
the
this is
sax?
exciting for me because I don't think there was originally going to be sax on it. I think it kind of came together.
Yeah.
We kind of just forced Megan into the position
I don't
of
think it
being
was-
in the band.
Yes.
And she just,
You came out to an open mic, I think, and saw us, Brandon, and
Yes.
kind of said, "Oh, maybe we should put sax on it."
Yeah, because you were really good. And
And
I was like,
thank
maybe
you.
we should do that. Yeah.
And I went in and I was like, "Oh, what do I do?" And I played the hook and it kind of fit. And
The hook, which is
the hook is yes,
Yeah.
Okay, so the most recognizable part is
yes.
the hook.
I stole the main line.
Or the honk. The honk.
We called it the honk honks.
How many times?
those.
How many times?
There's 22 honk honks.
Yes.
Yeah.
22 Hong Kongs.
You say you want the Noolands to be a collaborative kind of family thing. How are you pulling this thing? So if I just wanted to play with you guys, I'd say, hey, can I play with you guys? Or how do you work that?
It's really like if we have a song that we're working on and we need help with somebody that can do something we can't or can do something better than we can do, we're going to bring them in. Or if somebody has a song that they're like, this is something that I want to put out there, but I have no way to get it out there, and we really like that song, we're going to take that. So it's basically, the Newlands is like a vessel for people to use to get their music out there and heard by everybody. Hopefully that's what I want it to be, right?
Speaking of that, then outside of the Newlands, I only got a few minutes. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourselves, the instruments you play, why you chose that instrument, that kind of thing? Free for all. Who wants to go first?
James.
James. Ha, love that delegation.
everyone just agreed on I have to go first.
Yes.
That's,
Usually
I started
happens
coming
like
last. No, I started playing guitar when I was 6 years old.
Okay.
With my dad and my twin brother, and didn't get really serious about it until about grade 8, and then I started a punk band, and then that punk band turned into a progressive death metal band.
Oh my gosh.
And then from there I kind of calmed down and I got really into like just playing whatever felt good.
Wow.
Doing jazz, different neoclassical fingerstyle stuff, and just really playing music with my friends. I can play multiple instruments now as I'm teaching at the Spalding School of Music and learning all sorts of really cool instruments and teaching on them too, like guitar, ukulele, violin, mandolin, drums, bass. So it's a lot of fun just jumping around from instrument to instrument. And really, some people go home and they watch TV and play video games to get for their downtime. But I get to do what I love to do all the time, which is just play music.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, name's Aaron.
Yeah.
Played drums for this track
Quickly.
because it was a really quick jam. I mean, the only other instrument I knew solidly was drums.
Okay.
So they came to me being like, hey, we want to fill it in.
Okay.
Cool.
James and John, those two brothers, they got me back into music. I was out for a while, so
Yeah.
playing with them and getting back into the groove of things, and then just coming into the Newlands and starting working on this material. We've got a bunch of songs in the catalog that we want to get out there, so it's just exciting to be back in the groove, and I'm learning tons of new stuff too, right? So
Excellent.
yeah, I love it.
I know James from Spalding School of Music.
Yeah.
I'm teaching there also.
Yeah.
Met the guys. It was just exciting for me. I've been playing sax for a long time. And I do a lot of different things. I do concert band. I do big band.
Right
and
on.
this is cool to get into that new sound. Do a rock sound. Do a punk sound. A pop sound. It's really neat to get to do
Wow.
different things. And
Well, look forward to hearing what comes out of this whole
Yeah.
Newland collaboration, this entire
Pretty big.
family community that's going on.
Well, you're in
Wonder
the
if it's
Newlands
gonna
now,
go global.
so.
But anyway, we're out of runway. Join us the next time for more Georgian Bay Arts, a show where you get to know the artist behind the art. I'm your host, Damian Spalding. Want to find out about me? Google me. I'm out there. Great to have you guys watching the show tonight. We'll see you at the next show.